Well, hello everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is Lisa Freeman here from stampingwithlisa.com, and it is a gloomy, rainy, yucky day here in Chesapeake, Virginia. So it's a good day to stay inside and stamp. So that's what I've been doing today, other than going to the car dealership, which I'll talk about in a few minutes because that's a funny story. So I try to have a little story for you every time to keep you entertained while I'm stamping for you. As though the stamping is not enough entertainment. All right, so this is the card that I came up with today, and it's using this cover-up tape by Post-it, and I'll put the link in my description box on YouTube after this Facebook Live. So if you want to get that, you can. And I just put it across here and down at the bottom to do the top part, and then switched it around. So I'll show you that in just a sec. And what I did was use the Quiet Meadow stamp set. So I've got this flower here and this flower here for the top and the bottom. But I only wanted this much of it, so I masked off that bottom part so that didn't show up. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I also used the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set for the words. And I could have used these, but I just kind of looked through my stamp sets to find one that had a long word that would fit in that area for the words. So those are the two stamp sets I'm using. And then I also have a little bit of business to take care of that I totally forgot about last time I did a video. So let me do that real fast and get the computer going. See if anybody's watching. Hey, Sharon. All right, see if it'll work today. I know my internet cut out like the last minute of my video last time, and I was so mad. Okay, so it's going now. Looks like I'm straight and we're good. All right, so we have some winners. So the other day I forgot to do the winners from last week. So I have two stamp sets that I am giving away. The Sending You Thoughts, the winner is Candy Nash. So Candy, if you're watching this, probably on YouTube, just look in the description box. My email is there. Just email me your address. Donna, I already let you know about this one. So you won this stamp set, and I think you sent me your address already, so I'll be sending that. And then Carol Ann Warren, you won this card, so send me your address. And then these are a couple old ones. Lori Visser, still haven't heard from you, and Michelle Pittman, I haven't heard from you for these two beautiful cards. So, all right, you guys, make sure you send me your address so I can get them in the mail to you. Alrighty, and let's get started. So what you need for today's card is two things, not much, and some ribbon. So we need a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 Coastal Cabana, a piece of 4 by 5 1/4. Did I say 5 1/4 there? 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 Coastal Cabana, and 4 by 5 1/4 white. And that's all you need for paper. And then I've got a little bit of ribbon to go on it too. It is a super easy card. And I'm going to get some scrap paper and show you just how easy it is. So you need some scrap paper, and you want the one that has the grid on it. So either the Stampin' Up! Grid paper, or this is the Stamparatus grid paper. And then I've got this Post-it tape, which is 1 inch. This is the 1 inch one, and it comes 1 inch by 700 inches. So you get a ton. And you want to put a strip kind of down the middle, and you want to make sure it's at least 4 inches across, because that's how big the paper is. So find here on your grid paper, put it up against the lines, and that way you know you'll get this on straight. So I'm going to put it, line it up with these two lines on this paper, and just go straight across and make sure that it's lined up here, which it should be if my tape is straight. And that is probably as close as I'm going to get. Well, actually, that's a little bit lower than I wanted, but let's just put it up a little bit higher. So I don't want it quite that low. All right. Oh, and it picked up a little bit of ink on there. Huh. All right, let's do it just a little bit higher. But I want to make it line up with the line. Let's see if this one will be straight. Well, it's not as hard as it looks. I don't know why this is not going straight. Let me try it this way, so I can just go straight up and down. Okay, that's why, because my tape is crooked over here. It's just hard to see. All right. So that's about right in the middle, I think. It's still crooked. Oh my God, you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, you can't even get a piece of tape straight. Good thing I have this grid or I'd really be in trouble. All right, then you want another piece. And we're gonna put that down right underneath it. So this should be easier because you just butt it up against the one that's already there. And then I'm gonna put one more down here because that flower stamp has a long stem. So you don't want it, and I got a piece of goo here. That's all right, it's tape or something. All right, see how this is really long? So if you're putting it up here, you don't want it to get on that bottom section. So we're gonna be using the tape as our cover up there so it won't get on our paper. All right, so we're gonna start with, this is Granny Apple Green. Hey, Robin. And you're just gonna ink it up, and then we're gonna stamp right here on the left. Give it a good press, especially where that tape is. And then ink it up again. And I'm just gonna put it a little bit lower. And try not to overlap. It got almost on top of that, but that's okay. And then one more. Let's do that one a little bit higher again. And there you go. So now I've got my 3 sets of flowers. So I'm done with that. And then let me just turn this over and clean it a little bit. All right, so now we're going to do the bottom part, which is in the Bermuda Bay. So we're going to remove this tape right here and just set it aside. You can reuse it several times. It's plenty sticky, so you can keep using it. And I'm worried this is going to be a little bit inky, so I'm going to flip it over real quick and oops, rub it off. So hopefully that's dry. All right, so now we're going to stamp this bottom part, and this is in Bermuda Bay. Hey, Susan. So you're just going to stamp this right here, and then you want to ink it up each time, so we're just going to put it down. Just do it all over. And then one right here, and maybe one over here. And you want to kind of cover the whole thing, so there we go. So now we've got all those covered up over there, and I'm gonna just flip that over again to clean that. All right, and then we're gonna take this off so it doesn't smear because there is some ink on here. So you're just gonna peel that off and set it aside, and don't get your fingers on it because it will be, shoot, I just realized I forgot to do something. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stick this back down on here. I forgot to do my blending. So now I got to get this in the exact same spot again. All right. It's not as hard as it looks. Okay. So there we go. Got it back in the same spot, hopefully. All right. So now we're going to sponge with our blending brushes, or blend with our blending brushes. Say that 3 times real fast. All right. I'm going to start with the top. So we're going to just dab it in the Bermuda Bay and tap off, and then just swirl it on here. So don't remove that tape until, oops, until you do that. I got some ink on the bottom. Oh my gosh, I know you guys love watching my videos when I mess up. All right, so I'm just blending this right on here. I was trying not to get my big sheet dirty, but I already did. So you might want to use a bigger sheet for yours. All right, then we're just going to keep going until we get it as dark as we want. Almost there. And if you want to, you can kind of like, instead of going in circles, you can kind of go to the side. Doesn't really matter. Whichever direction you want to go. And it looks like it's getting there, so I'm going to stop with that. And then I'm going to do the other side, which is in the green. So let me get this one out of the way and get the green. This is Granny Apple. And we're just going to blend that. And just put as much as you want on there. It doesn't matter. What kind of tape? Oh, it's Post-it tape. 1-inch Post-it tape. I'm going to put the link on my YouTube channel. I got it on Amazon, so you can find it, but I'll put a link in my YouTube channel. I keep finding all these things that I like to use on Amazon, so I'm going to start creating my favorite things on my YouTube description box to show you where I get stuff. All right, so that's what it looks like. So now we can take the tape off. Oh, no, we can't. I keep jumping ahead of myself. All right, so now I want to do some speckles on here. So we're going to take the lid off of here. This is Bermuda Bay Dark, and we need something to tap it on. So let me get another one. Doesn't matter what color. And you're just going to go tap it on here and get some ink off of it. You can barely see it, but it's coming out. You see the speckles on there? And we're going to put a little bit at the bottom too. I think I might, no, I think I'll just leave the middle just totally white. So can you see those speckles? Okay, and then we're going to put some Winkostella, and we're going to do splattery first and then color also. So I should have closed those ink pads before I did that, so it didn't get in the ink pads. All right, we're going to color these with Winkostella. Oops, that just leaked out of there. Hold on. A little blob came out. That's okay, we'll just spread it around. Spread some love of Winkostella. Oh, so I got to tell you a few little tidbits before I get to my story. So I hit 3,000 subscribers a couple days ago, so I was really excited because I started this YouTube channel about 10 years ago, but then I only did a couple videos and kind of stopped. And then I went back to it a few years later, did a few more videos and stopped. And then for like 5 or 6 years, I barely did any videos. And just because it's a lot of work, and it's kind of hard and time consuming, and you know, I just wasn't very confident in myself. So in the last year, since COVID started, basically, I started doing this YouTube channel, and you have to hit so much to get monetized, and then that means you start earning a little bit of money off of it, which is not a whole lot of money, but you know, every little bit helps. And when you're single like me, you know, and work 2 jobs, you appreciate every penny you get. So I was so grateful that I got monetized. And then once I got monetized, which was the middle of April, my channel has grown from like 1,500 subscribers to 3,000 just in less than 2 months, I think. So thank you guys so much for subscribing and watching and commenting. And I just really, really, really want to say thank you, because I appreciate it so much. And I'm so grateful for everybody that watches my videos and keeps me going. So keep on watching and keep on commenting and liking, sharing, subscribing, and all that stuff. And I will keep bringing you videos. Hopefully at least 2 or 3 a week, okay? All right, so now we've colored everything with the Winkostella. So I don't know if you guys can see all that beautiful sparkle on there. I do have a little blob where I messed up, but I love Winkostella. I think it's just so pretty. And it kind of blends out those colors really nicely too. All right, so then after you do the Winkostella, we're going to put some pearls on here, because I'm going to put a little bit more Winkostella too. You can just put as much as you want, because it's so pretty. You can never have enough. And we're going to take off this tape now. Voila. So now we have this big old white spot in the middle. So what we're going to do is stamp the words. So I've got these words, let's celebrate you. And we're just going to stamp those right in the middle. Hopefully I get it straight after I spent all this time. Okay, good. I was going to be upset if it came out crooked. All right, so then we're not done yet. We have to put some pearls and some ribbon. And I got to finish my story. So anyway, that's the subscriber story. So thank you guys again so much for subscribing and watching. I know you guys right here on Facebook, but most people watch on YouTube. And thank you guys for leaving such nice comments. I've really, really gotten some great ones. But I did get kind of a mean one a couple days ago, and it really kind of hurt my feelings. So if you're watching and you feel the need to make a mean comment, please don't. Just, you know, stop watching and go do whatever you need to do. But don't try to ruin somebody's day just because you're having a bad day. So I don't understand that. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But thankfully, 99.9% of the comments I get are wonderful. And I really appreciate it. And don't forget, that's how you win the cards and the stamp set. So by leaving a comment, you get entered into the drawing. Or if you place an order, you can also get entered into the drawing. And orders actually get bonus points, so, or bonus entries. All right, so I put a piece of the ribbon, and this is the Pool Party sheer ribbon. I think it's called sheer ribbon. Yeah, just sheer ribbon. All right, and then what I'm going to do is take 2 pieces. So I'm going to have double. I'm going to cut 1, 2 Dutch tails of the ribbons on there. I was going to say twice as much tail, but somebody might say, oh no, she's saying something bad. All right, so then we're going to trim that down, and you'll just get these cute little tails from the ribbon that look so cute. So there you go. So we've got that cute little ribbon there. All right, then we're going to layer this onto our back piece, which is the Coastal Cabana. I know it looks like Bermuda Bay, but it's not quite that dark. So we're going to layer this down. I'm going to use my green glue because that's the one that sticks the best. And I haven't got to my story yet. So anyway, I had to go get my car done this morning. Needed a inspection and oil change and all that junk. So where I bought my car, they have those free oil and filter changes and free inspections for life and all that stuff, which kind of is good. But then every single time I go, they find something that is wrong that has to be fixed. And today was no exception. So that's all I wanted was the oil and filter and the inspection. So when it's pretty much done, the guy comes out and he's like, well, you know, we just want to let you know that your brakes are like getting ready to go bad. And I said, really? That's funny because last time I was here for an inspection, which was 1 year ago, you guys replaced the brakes. And he goes, really? And I said, yes. And I said, not only that, you did such a bad job. My car started shaking so bad, I had to go get them replaced again. So I actually had new brakes put on 2 months ago on brakes and rotors. And the guy's just looking at me like, huh. And I'm thinking, you dummy, you're not going to get me to fall for this again, because that's what happened last year. They wouldn't pass it without putting new brakes on. So I got not just one set of brakes, but a whole nother. So the front was actually replaced twice in the last year. And new rotors and everything. So then he said, before I said the rotors, he said, well, maybe your rotors are just going bad. And I said, really? Because I got the rotors replaced with the brakes. So I don't think it's that either. So then he tries to tell me I need new tires. And this guy like is really desperate because I'm thinking, I can tell by looking at my tires, they're not that bad. And he keeps trying to show me things that are wrong, thinking that I'm like the dumbest woman that ever walked the planet. And so after that, he says, see how it's kind of jagged here? You really need your alignment done. And I said, really? That's funny because sometimes I'll just be driving down the road and I test my alignment just by letting go of the wheel for a second to see if it pulls or anything. And I said, it hasn't done it at all. And I said, I also got that done with the brakes. So it just was aligned. So at this point, he's still not getting that I'm not getting anything there. So he keeps trying, tells me I need them rotated too. And I'm like, buddy, I'm not getting anything else here. Just write up my ticket and let me get out of here. So I stood my ground. So girls, when you go get your oil changed, just say no and go ask somebody else. Because they're trying to rip you off at those dealers. So that's my story for today. All right, so I hope you liked this card and the story. And yeah, I know I should turn them in, Kathy. But I think almost all the dealers do that because I've been to Jiffy Lube, they do it. I've been to a couple other places. It seems like every single place I've ever taken my car, they've tried to do stuff like that. So I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pearls on this card. That is a lot of bling, along with all of the sparkle from the Winkostella. So I hope you love this card as much as I do. I loved the colors. These are my colors. The manager's actually, Mary, the manager is actually the one who was out there. The service manager is the one that took me out there to show me. I guess it's his job to make you spend more money. I don't know. It just made me so mad though. Just started my day off bad. But it's better now because I came home and I stamped and I had some chocolate. So now I'm good. So, uh-oh, I froze. Okay, hopefully that was just for a second. All right, well, thanks for joining me, you guys, for the middle of the day stamping here. And I hope you love this card. And I will see you guys probably in a couple days. Oh, one more thing. So, free shipping special starts on Thursday. So, if you're watching and you're a customer or a demonstrator, doesn't matter. There's a free shipping special with Stampin' Up! Starting Thursday at midnight Mountain Time. So if you'd like to order from me, you can always go right here, stampingwithlisa.com. There's the host code. And I just thank you so much for watching today. And you guys have an awesome day. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.